Okay, so I have now fast traveled over to Abernathy Farm, where I have another sim settlement area set up. This is one where I started actually putting up the concrete fence around this one as well. I just never really kind of finished it. Now, this settlement, I actually have assigned a leader, and what you have the option of doing. If I run over here through my settlement real quick, you can see all my I kind of have a jam pile of a robot here. Yeah, this is the supply line robot for this farm, for this settlement. So I named them all with the settlement name, and then like SL for supply line. If I do one for defense, I'll do a different, different set of letters there in the middle, just so that I can keep track of what they are. Mainly because when you're actually modding the robots and stuff, it's a lot harder to, when they're in the list of them, to figure out which ones are which, because they just give kind of random automatron names, and you don't really know what's what. So I think if I look over here, this is, I believe, is where they, when I upgraded this settlement, this is where they moved. So this is the city planner desk, and you can see I assigned Blake Abernathy here as the leader, so he's sitting there playing around on the computer for all I know. Yeah, I just, so, again, this kind of started off as just an empty, just like with the floor, and they, so that upgraded, and there's actually, that Brahmin is, okay. Wasn't sure it was alive there for a second. Kind of looked like just looked like plastic or something. I was like, what the heck's up with this thing? So there's another one. You can kind of tell that it's like set up as a little farm for these Brahmin, and then they put in this must be his bed and stuff over here. And then you go up here and around the corner a little bit, and I think there's a couple Marshall plots up here. Oh, we have something going on out there, don't we? And I have a Brahmin outside that wants back in the barn. Let's go take a peek over here, but you can kind of get a sense of what the there's robots over here flying around. One of my most of my robots, when I build them, I put the little, the recon sensor on it, so I can, when they're involved in stuff, I can see where the enemies and stuff are at. And I'm using one of them. Ooh, hello. Ouch. I'm using one of the weapon mod here that's basically you can make like your M4s or M16s out of it, which is kind of cool. So just get rid of all these guys here so that I can bring that up one over and plunk it up in the middle of this settlement. The world is totally random. Anyway. I guess north. Caravan guard with no clothes. Okay. Interesting. Keep somebody the shirt off and back, I guess. Oh, okay, for crying out loud, there's no gate right here. There we go. So that must be another Marshall from a Marshall plot. Doesn't seem to be named or anything. Yeah, just kind of for comparison's sake. Now this is a city plan settlement, so you can go in and kind of, instead of just like free building, you can load in some of these pre-built city plans and they're just basically things different mod authors have created, and load that in and just kind of watch it build and develop, which is what I did here, just for kind of comparison to some of the other ones. Kind of interesting setting them up like that. Just watching them grow and evolve. So, this one has a lot of. It's obviously very farm focused. Uses a lot of farm plots in here. You can see that there's just enough martial plots to really kind of cover the defense needs. And then these are residential, actually houses, as opposed to the interior ones that you saw earlier at Sanctuary. And then I had basically built my concrete fence all the way around. I'd stopped over here because about at that point I started noticing that they had other fences up, so I didn't really worry about building it all the way around. I just have built, I've got a mod that does these little solar panels. That's kind of cool, so I have those up there at the top. On the roof there. Cooking station. Shop, chem station. This one seems to be growing pretty well. I have quite a few people, I think, over here at this one. There's
Didn't
Connie.
think there were any good people left in the Commonwealth. It's not often someone proves me wrong, but I'm glad you did.
Of course, while I'm trying to go up the stairs, there's somebody trying to go down them. How about, yeah, thank you. And so these are the interior ones again, up here. But if I go... like, I built on this extra little walkway all the way around here, put up a couple extra turrets. But yeah, so these are just these solar, just produce power. Have the the big kind of clunky generators. Like those give you 5 power each one. So I think I've got maybe 10 of them up here. Don't really remember. And then I put in a couple extra. Those ones there, the wall-mounted ones, are 3 each. So you get a decent amount of. You can build them up and around and create a bit of power. It's not too much hassle. So I think this is everything I have for the settlement. I mean, I can kind of walk around just another second or two here, but you can kind of tell it's all, like I said, mostly all farms, just all kinds of different ones. Razor green. I don't know what this one is supposed to be. Oh, maybe this one's radroach. Yeah. So you can actually get like radroach meat out of that one. There's some that have the mole rats, and just there's all kinds of different ones. Looks like they did a little weird thing there with the turrets. I don't know why there's like 2 of them like that. They probably shouldn't be around. May have to come back through and tidy a few things up, but it builds it out really well, as you can kind of tell. Then they do all sorts of, like this was just a shell of a bus. I don't know what it is now. Now like a little butcher pen, I guess, for interesting. So they come up with, all kinds of different people come up with different little things like that, they'll put those together, then however, I don't know exactly how they do it, but they'll put them together and create these city plans, and then you can load these in your game. But it's kind of cool. So this is something that must be upgrading, or somebody's moved into it, maybe. Maybe it's just upgrading. Because you get the scaffolding up there around it. Zone fence going through there. Oh, there's a gate right there. Gah. I'm trying to jump over the fence over here, and there's a gate right there. Anyhow. So yeah, so it's really interesting seeing these things grow like this. Why do I have it? That I didn't put up there. That must be part of the city plan. But yeah, they do a pretty cool little job of it. If you want to just like kind of throw a settlement together without really messing with all the hassle of building this all up from scratch. So Abernathy Farm, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here again on fast travel over and kind of show some of the stuff I was doing over at Sterling Drive.